here once again. So I think there are 8 students as of now. No, no, only 7 students are there. Okay, that's okay. Giridhar, Gokul, and Jenny, Lakshmi, Dharanidharan, Archana, and Anandi Somasundar. Yes, good morning, Anandi. Are you attending this for the first time?
Ma'am, I'm attending in another email.
You Pranav. Okay, okay. Good morning. Yeah.
No, ma'am, I'm Sarveshwar.
Sarveshwar. Okay. Actually,
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't see you in last classes, Sarveshwar.
Ma'am, in the last class, I was busy in Hindi classes.
Okay, okay. Have you attended any session, any communicative English session?
No, ma'am. Only school I learned English and I got rewards many
No,
times.
no. Very good, very good. No, no. What I'm asking is this your first class for communicative English, or last
Yeah.
week or before week have you attended? I'm asking. We started
It
this
is,
course in March.
it is only first class, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So can you introduce yourself, Sarveshwar?
My name is Sarveshwar.
Okay.
I'm from Coimbatore.
Oh, Coimbatore,
Uh,
which area? Which place?
Devapuram.
Devapuram. Okay, fine.
I met
Okay, what are
my
you doing?
mother. Uh, ma'am, what, ma'am?
Yes, please. You can continue. You can continue. No issues. You can continue.
My mother name is R. Sumadi. My father name is Rajashekhar.
Very good. Okay. And
My mother
what do you do now? What do you do now at present?
is
Which class are you
studying
studying?
sixth, ma'am.
Okay, in sixth standard. Very good. In which school?
Uh, I finished fifth in Alvin school, ma'am.
Okay.
Then I'm going to sixth.
Okay. So you are going to a new school, right?
Bharati Vidya Bhavan, ma'am.
Good, good. Very good. Very good. All the best, Sarveshwar. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Do well, study well. Okay. So, guys, we will begin the session now. Okay. So, first, and for those who are attending the first class, I mean, Sarveshwar alone will be the first one for attending our class, I think, and Gokul. Yeah, Gokul and Sarveshwar. So, first 5 minutes will be a picture activity. Okay. So, we will be presenting a picture on the screen, and each one of you need to talk about that sentence for just one sentence. Okay, that is whatever you see in that picture you can tell. For example, if I show you the picture of a classroom, and one person will tell that there is a teacher standing between the students. The other person will tell there are so many students sitting in the class. Then the other one can tell there are windows, 2 windows or 3 windows, or whatever number is there you can tell. And the other student can, the other one can tell that there are girls, 10 girls and 8 boys. So you can observe that picture. You can just go through that picture well, and whatever you see you can express it. Okay. It is not necessary to talk for a long time. Okay, whatever you know you can tell, but you have to speak something. Don't be quiet, don't be in the mute mode. Switch off your mic or switch on your mic and just come forward. Okay, no hesitation. Nobody is going to what is laugh at you, or nobody is going to ridicule you, because this is the place for you to learn. Okay, so I think this picture is visible for you. Can you see this?
Yes.
Can any
Yes,
one of
ma'am.
you reply? Yeah, okay. Okay, okay, thank you. So this is the picture, a very beautiful picture which I got from Google Images. And you can speak a lot of things from seeing this picture. Okay, because this picture is very colorful. Even when I downloaded this photo, no, I was so thrilled to write something about this. Because basically I am a writer, And if a writer immediately sees such pictures, no, he or she will have so many thoughts in their mind, and that comes from creativity. Our mind should start working. It should work creatively, and you will be able to speak about that picture, or you can even write. So here we cannot write, right? So we are asking you to speak some. So who is ready to tell the first sentence about this picture? Let me see who is coming first.
Ma'am,
You can speak in. Yes, Sarveshwar, right?
ma'am, the sun is rising above the mountains,
The sun is
and
rising above the mountains. Very good.
and it is spring season, ma'am.
Wow. Why do you call it a spring season?
Because the flowers are blooming, ma'am, beautifully.
The flowers bloom. Yeah, the flowers bloom during spring season. Okay. For those who don't know the word spring season, just for their information, it is Vasanta Kalam. Okay. In Tamil and Malayalam, we call it Vasanta Kalam. Okay, Vasanta Kalam means spring season, and it is during this period that a lot of flowers, beautiful flowers, even colorful flowers and fruits will grow. Okay, we can see the blooming of flowers. It's a very beautiful period in a year. So this is a spring season. Fine, that's good. Thank you. So next, who can speak? Yeah, Lakshmi.
Yeah, I can.
Yes, Lakshmi. Can you just tell something about this? Yes, Lakshmi is not there, I think. Okay, Gokul.
Can I say?
Yes, please. Yeah, you are welcome.
Yes. We can see a beautiful tree with lots of flowers, with red and yellow flowers, and there are birds sitting around the ground. I think we
Okay,
are
very
seeing a
good.
hill station,
Ah,
and
hill station. Okay.
yeah, there's a beautiful sky also. With
Oh, okay. Actually, is this Giri or Gokul? Your
yes,
voices are similar.
Giridhar.
Giri, okay. Thank you, Giri. Thank you. It was a good imagination because you said it's like it appears like a hill station. You said okay. So hill stations are usually like this, but sometimes we cannot see colorful in hill stations because if it is spring season, definitely we can see. But mostly we visit during summer or yeah, in summer season we visit. But because of the heat in our native places, we want some relaxation, so we go to the hill stations. But we may not be able to see these flowers. But your imagination is too good. Okay, very good. The next, Gokul,
Yes,
try something like that. Yeah, try
there is
something like how your brother said.
there is a butterfly.
Okay, only
No,
one butterfly.
uh,
Then
lot of flowers.
yeah, lot of flowers. Then how many butterflies are there? Can you tell?
5 butterflies.
Yeah, 5 butterflies. And what are their colors?
Ma'am, I would like to say there are a lot of greenery and flowers everywhere. Trees are also there.
Yeah, just a minute, Soundarya. Okay, just a minute. Actually, a Gokul is yet to complete, I think. Okay, after that you can start. Okay.
Uh,
Yes, Gokul, what is the color of the butterfly? Yeah, you can tell it.
a blue butterfly.
Okay, that is in the center. Okay.
And yellow and violet
Then,
color.
yeah, very good. Yellow and violet, and you can also see green and pink. Green
Ah,
and pink. You can call it pink or even rose color. Okay, it's not light
ah,
pink, it's a rose color.
ah.
Nice. Good, good. Okay. Gokul, very good. Yes, Soundarya, yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. There are a lot of greenery everywhere, and there are also a lot of red
Hmm.
and white flowers growing in the trees.
Hmm. On the trees. Hmm.
Yeah, and there are also a bird is sitting in the flowers. A small bird is sitting.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Then what else? Any other nuances? Can you find any other nuances in this picture?
There are also a lot of grasses everywhere. Grass and the sun is also there. That's
Hmm.
all.
Okay. Is there? And I think there are even some critical points which we can tell, which when we deeply observe the picture, we can see. The one is
Ma'am,
there is a grass. Yeah. Yes.
ma'am, there's a snail and grasshopper.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, grasshopper, we cannot call it grasshopper, right? You are telling that on the tree. On the tree, there is a fly, right?
Yes, ma'am, dragonfly, ma'am.
Uh, yeah, it's dragonfly. Actually, I heard it grasshopper. Yeah. Did you tell a grasshopper or a dragonfly? It's dragonfly. Okay. You
When
said
I
it
see first,
correct
I
the
thought,
second time. Yeah, it's actually dragonfly. Yes. Dragonfly means we call it tumbi. We sometimes call it tumbi, and it comes during the rainy season. If it rains outside, we can see that a lot of dragonflies coming. Some people call it tumbi. Okay. And their lifespan is also too small because they cannot survive for a long period. Once it
ma'am,
comes inside our house, yes,
ma'am, and there's a red bird, ma'am. There are.
red bugs. Okay. And did anyone notice a
There was a
beautiful
bee.
lotus? Did anyone notice a beautiful pink lotus? Two lotuses are there. Okay, one is towards the right side and the other one is towards the left side. It's really good, no? If you just zoom the photo, you can just see. You can just try zooming it in your own so it looks
There was
really
a,
beautiful, right?
ma'am, there was a bee.
There is a bee. There is a bee, not there was. Okay. There is a bee. Okay, no need of telling in past tense. You can tell it in present tense itself. There is a bee. Okay. Okay, guys. So I think you have almost covered all the points. Okay, and only the lotus was the only thing that you guys missed. Apart from that, you have covered all the points. That's good. Okay, so that was a good attempt. So now we can move on to our main course today. Okay, and today's topic is very important. We are going to study about for and since. Okay, so in English, there are two important prepositions called for and since. So the last class I already said that for and since cannot be just completed in just one picture or two pictures. It requires a lot of examples for you people to understand. Okay, so for the students to understand the topics clearly, it has to be explained in detail because I think all of you would have at least reached your what to say secondary education, right? You would have completed your primary. Even Sarveshwar is now moving on to sixth standard. So one even during the primary ages, you don't need to know what is this for and since because that's it's not that much important. But when you move on
Yes.
to this high school
Yeah.
and higher secondary, for and since is very important for you to recognize because both these words are first of all called as prepositions. So preposition is a part. See, first let me tell you what is a preposition. In English, there are 8 parts of speech. Okay, so first and foremostly, while beginning to study what is English or what is English language, we would first study about what is meant by a sentence. So a sentence is we know that a group of words written together in a meaningful sense. A group of words written together to get a meaningful sense is called a sentence. For example, my name is Annapurni. So instead of telling like that, if I tell name Annapurni is or name is my Annapurni. If I just tell like this, I am just collecting a few words, putting them together without any proper order, and that will never become a sentence. A proper sentence is always constructed when the words are arranged in a meaningful order. Okay, instead of telling my name is Annapurni, if someone writes name is my Gokul or is Giridhar my name, okay, you are using all the words. The four words are the name is my Gokul. So four words are there, but the order is incorrect. So only if you write these words in the correct order, in the right order, we can call it a sentence. Therefore, a sentence is a group of words which gives you a meaningful and sensible, what to say, which is meaningful and sensible. Okay. So once you come to know or learn what is a sentence, after that we will be moving into grammar. That is parts of speech. We call it as parts of speech because there are 8 parts of speech in English. Okay, and without these parts of speech, we cannot speak or we cannot write in English. Okay, every part of speech is very important, and totally there are 8 parts of speech. I think you would be familiar with at least 4 or 5 of them. Okay, we call it noun. Okay, we begin with noun, then pronoun, and then the verb. Okay, the most important part of speech is the verb and the adverb. Okay, if you are noting down, you can just note it down. Okay, the first one is noun. Noun is the name of a person, place, thing, etc. Okay, for example, Gokul or Soundarya is a noun because it is the name of a person. Coimbatore is the name of a place. That is also a noun. Then, for example, elephant. Elephant is the name of an animal. So it is a noun. Then I can tell sofa. Sofa is the name of a thing. So that is a noun. Okay, so noun is the name given for any person, place, thing, animal, etc. So next parts of speech is pronoun. Pronoun is very simple. He, she, it, I, you, they, we. These are called the pronouns. Pronouns are used instead of nouns. For example, if you are writing a sentence, okay, Anita. Anita is my sister. Okay, Anita is studying in 10th standard. Anita is staying in Kerala. Anita is having a brother. If you start using Anita in every sentence, the reader will be really irritated. The one who is reading will be feeling extremely irritated. So instead of using every word the same name Anita, you can use the word she. Okay, if it is Giridhar, okay, Giridhar is my friend. He is a graduate. Again and again, if I tell Giridhar is a graduate, Giridhar is in Kerala, Giridhar studied at the name of his college. Okay, so everyone we cannot use this name again and again. So that's the reason we are using he. He is a graduate. He is now working or studying. So that is called as a pronoun. So pronouns are he, she, it, and I, you, they, and we. So these are the 7 pronouns in English. So next comes the verb. Verb, everyone might know that the action word, walking, talking, eating, sleeping, sitting, running, everything is called a verb. Adverb is something that helps the verb. Adverb is actually like an assistant to the verb. Okay. So adverbs, examples, there are a lot of adverbs. For example, I can tell the dog runs fast. So here I'm supporting the verb run with the word fast. So fast will be the adverb here. Okay, likewise, then we can see adjective. Adjective is called descriptive words. It will tell some quality about you. For example, I'm telling Amitabh Bachchan looks handsome. So handsome is a qualifying word, describing word. Therefore, it is an adjective. Nayanthara looks beautiful. So beautiful is an adjective here. Likewise, yeah. Who else? Alia Bhatt is cute. So cute is a adjective. It's an adjective. Okay, so we have completed 5 parts of speech. Now the 6th one is what we are going to study today, prepositions. Prepositions are short words used in a sentence to connect the different parts of the sentence. Okay, suppose if you are writing a long sentence, suppose that you are writing a long sentence and there are so many parts in that sentence. Okay, so those parts have to be linked or they have to be connected each other. So we need a rope to tie them. Okay, we are actually using a rope to tie those parts of the sentence. And that rope is called the preposition. Without preposition, we cannot frame long sentences. Short sentences doesn't need a preposition, but long and lengthy sentences require prepositions. There are a lot of prepositions: in, on, under, above, at, against, below. There are so many words like that. Okay, so out of those prepositions, there are nearly 120 prepositions in English, and for and since are those which we are going to discuss today. So this is the introduction that I have given for what is a preposition, because without knowing what is preposition, you cannot understand what is for and since. Okay, so for and since are two important prepositions in English. So firstly, we have to understand that, and why are we using that? Both prepositions are used to indicate time, but used in different context. So to tell time, okay, if you want to tell a time, we usually use for example, okay, imagine that now the time is 10:57, okay, 10:57 a.m. So I am telling I will be conducting a communicative English classes on every Sundays at 10:30 a.m. At. So here I am using the preposition at. So when you are telling a clock time, okay, it can be AM or PM. No, nothing to worry about that. Irrespective of the time, it can be daytime or even night. We can use the preposition at 9 o'clock or at 9 a.m. At 10 o'clock, at 10 p.m. Okay, so at is usually used to denote a clock time. Okay, there are two types of time. One is clock time and the other one is calendar time. Okay, and for and since usually come in the calendar time. Time is actually what I mean by the word time is the period of time and the point of time. Okay, don't get confused. We will move on to this. Now we will understand it. Okay. So can anyone read this slide? I want any one of you to read this.
Yeah, I will read.
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
So,
Yeah.
ma'am, I will, ma'am.
Okay, let Giridhar read it, Sarveshwar. Okay, I will give you another chance. Yeah.
Okay.
For and since. For and since are two important prepositions in English. Both prepositions are used to indicate time, but used in different contexts. Unknowingly, we use these words in inappropriate places where we sometimes don't know where to use since and for in the right place.
Yes. So this is the reason we are going to study this topic here. Thank you, Giridhar. So actually, for and since are two prepositions, but both of them are used to indicate time. Okay, how are we going to use that? That we will be looking in the next slide. So both these prepositions are used to indicate time, but at all the places we cannot use for, or we cannot use since in all the context. In some context, we need to use for, and in some context, we are using since. So unknowingly means without knowing, we use these two words in inappropriate places. Inappropriate means incorrect places. Okay, instead of using for, we sometimes use the word since. Instead of putting the word since, we sometimes use the word for. So we are totally confused where to use these words. So we sometimes don't know where to use since and for in the right place. And that's the reason, yes, Giridhar, you can read this also.
In this lesson, we will be learning the meanings, usage, and difference between for and since. We will learn how and where to use those two words in our daily conversation.
Yes, exactly. So today we will be learning, first we have to know the meanings of these two words. Meanings we have already discussed, that for and since are two important prepositions. If anyone asks you, what is meant by for and since? You can tell for and since are two prepositions in English language. Okay, and the next question is, what are these prepositions used for? What is the purpose of using these prepositions? For and since are used to indicate time. Okay, so first you define what is for and since. First you are giving a definition, then you are telling the usages. Why are we using these words? To indicate time. For and since are two prepositions used to indicate time, but they are used in different context. Okay, and that is the difference which we are going to state. So meanings, usage, and the difference between for and since. Once again, I'm telling in this lesson, we will be learning the meanings, the usages, and the differences between for and since. We will also learn how and where to use those words in our daily conversation. Okay, guys. So, are you clear with, as of now? Are you clear with what I have taught?
Yes, ma'am.
Doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now we can move on to the main chapter. So then you will start asking doubts. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. So firstly, we will be discussing about since. Okay. So Sarveshwar, can you read this?
Yes, ma'am, I will. Ma'am, shall I read?
Yeah.
Since. The word since is used to refer to a time, an action that began in the past and is still continuing. 2. It is used as a preposition. 3. The word since refers to a particular point of time from when the action started. Began in the past to present, it indicates that the action is continuing.
Very good. Very good, Sarveshwar. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, since is a word, since is a word, as I already said, it is used to refer a time. I said that since and for both are used to indicate time. But where is since used? Okay, only in particular cases we can use since. And that is what it is given here in the first point. The word since is used to refer to a time. What kind of time? An action that began in the past and is still continuing. Okay, so imagine that you started your schooling in 2010. Okay, some child started going to school in 2010. Okay, in 2010 he joined in the LKG. Okay, and now he is in the 7th or 8th standard. Okay, just for an imagination. Okay, just imagine that in 2010 you joined in LKG, and now it's 13 years. Okay, so now we are in 2010. Now it's 2023, and now you are going to the 7th standard. So you are still in the journey of learning. Okay, you have not yet completed your schooling. When will you complete your schooling usually? When you complete your plus 2 or 12th standard. So till 12th standard, you are a school student. Okay. So the action here is that you joined in a school long back in 2010. So that is called the action that began in the past. Okay, the action. What is the action here? You joined a school. You joined in a school, and that is the action that began in the past, and it is still continuing. Yes, of course, it is still continuing because you are only in 7th standard now. You have to complete 8, 9, 10, 11th, and 12th. Okay, so 6 more years you have to be in this school only, in your schooling. And the action is therefore still continuing. So in such cases, we can use the preposition since. So the word since is used to refer to a time, and that is called as a period of time. Period of time means an action which began in the past and which still continues. Okay, period means something which is more than an hour or 2 hours, like that. Okay, if it is more than half an hour or 1 hour, then it is called a period of time. Okay, if okay, most of you would be in your summer vacation, right? So what is the period of your summer vacation? Yes, how long do you have summer vacation?
Mama,
Yes,
Mama, month.
1 month, only 1 month.
Yes.
Okay, mostly schools go for a vacation for 2 months, April and May, but some schools might be giving only 1 month or 1.5 months. Okay, fine. So that is actually called a period of time because it is 30 days. 30 days is a period of time. It is not a point of time. Point of time is when we tell a time in the clock. For example, 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. or 11:30 a.m. or 11:15 p.m. That is called a point of time. Point of time is the exact time, whereas the period of time is just an approximate time. Okay, exact and approximate, both are different. Exact is something which is exactly the same, the pinpoint, whereas approximate is something, even if it is, imagine that you are having a vacation for 9 days. Okay, Christmas vacation, you will actually really you need 10 days, but the school is giving it only for 9 days. But what do we tell? Yeah, I'm having 10 days holidays. Even though if it is 9 days only, we will round it and tell it 10 days. So that is called as approximation. Okay, when you in maths you would have studied, right? For example, for 5.3333, if it goes like that in decimals, what do we call it? We will just call it 5. And if it is 5.45, if it is, sorry?
It is called estimation.
No, estimation is something different from approximation. Okay, approximate estimation is that which you think in your mind. Okay, if you want to if you want to construct a house, you can just put a budget. Okay, I will construct my house and it should be less than 50 lakhs. Okay, so 50 lakhs is your estimation. Estimation is different from approximation. Approximation is the value which you are giving or the calculation which you are doing. Okay, and that is what I said. In decimals, you can see 5.456. If it goes like that, what can we take it? We can approximately call it 5.5. Okay, so approximation is different from exact point. Okay, so since is actually used to denote an approximate time or an approximate period of time. Period of time, not point of time, it is period of time. So next is, it is used as a preposition. Okay. Third one, the word since refers to a particular point of time from when the action started or began in the past to the present. And it also indicates that the action is continuing. And that's the reason we are calling it period of time. Okay, so don't get confused. What we are trying to tell here is, first of all, since is an action that began in the past. So the point when the action began can be called the point of time. But The period of time is the action is still continuing. So we can tell I started studying in school since 2010. Okay, so since 2010 you started studying in school. It means that 2010 is a point of time. It is an exact name of an year. Okay, there is no approximation. It is exact time or exact point, 2010. But you are also mentioning a period of time. Indirectly, you are telling that you are still studying. Okay, so you have completed 13 years of education as of now. So that is a period. Period is something which is long and point is something short. Remember like that. Then it will be easy for you. Okay, so the word since refers to a particular point of time. The point of time is in the past. Okay, when you joined your school, that is the point of time. From when the action started or began in the past to the present. That is very important. To the present. It means that action is still continuing. Okay, so this is all about since. Now, if you just go through some examples, you can understand. Yes, Soundarya, can you read it? 2 examples you can read. Yes, Soundarya. Okay, then Gopal, can you read the first 2 examples?
Example for since. First, we have been married since 1998. Second, Raj has been living in London since 2003, since 20 years.
Okay. Okay, so here you can see that the first one is the first sentence. You can see the sentence in so many places. Okay, if someone is telling, we have been married since 1998. Okay, imagine that your parents got married in 1998. Okay, your parents might have got married even after 2000. So don't take the correct one. This is just for your learning purpose. Okay, just for your imagination, an example is taken that one of your parents got married in 1998. Okay, so your father or mother is telling, we have been married since 1998. It means they got married in 1998 and they are still living together. Okay, so you can now compare this with the definition which we studied. The word since is used to refer to a time. The time will be an action that began in the past and it still continues. Okay, so once if your parents get married in 1998, will they get separated? Never. They will always, they will try to be together, right? Separation is something different. I'm not talking about that. You can just leave it. Okay, so here they are continuing to live together. So we have been married since 1998. There are cases of separation, okay, that is different. But for our topic, since I can tell you an example where the couple are living together. Okay, so we have been married since 2005. It means the couple got married in 2005. Okay, that is the point of time. And they are still continuing to live together. That is why we are using since. So next is Raj has been living in London since 2003. Okay, so in 2003, Raj settled in London and it's been 20 years he is living in London. That's why I gave since 20 years in the bracket because 2003 plus 20 is 2023. Okay, that's why I just imagined it 20 years back. Okay, now we are in 2003, right? Sorry, 2023, right? So 20 years back, it's 2003. So Raj has been living in London since 2003, means he started living in London in the year 2003 and he is still continuing to live there. That's why I have mentioned since 2003. So instead of telling the year, you can also tell the number of years. Okay. Either you can write since 2003 or you can write since 20 years. Both are correct. Okay, so next is third and fourth. Just a minute, let me check who are present in the meet now. Yeah, Lakshmi has raised her hand. Yes, Lakshmi, you can read the third and fourth.
I have known you since you were a kid. RMKV Silks is leading textile business since 1928, since 95 years.
Thank you. Okay. So two more examples for since. So first one, the third one is I have known you since you were a kid. Okay, so imagine that you are having a neighbor uncle. Okay, he is an old person, he's an old man, and he tells to you that, Lakshmi, I know you since you were a kid. It means when you were a kid, he started seeing you, and now you are grown up, and he's telling this to you. Okay, see, in Tamil or in Malay, in Tamil we tell, எனக்கு ஒன்ன சின்ன வயசுல இருந்தே எனக்கு ஒன்ன தெரியும், சின்ன வயசுல இருந்தே நான் உன்னை பாக்குறேன், எனக்கு ஒன்ன தெரியும். In Malayalam, if it is Malayalam we tell, എനിക്ക് നിന്നെ ചെറുപ്പം മുതൽ തന്നെ അറിയാം, ചെറുപ്പത്തിലെ എനിക്ക് നിന്റെ ചെറുപ്പം മുതൽ തന്നെ എനിക്കറിയാം. Okay, so it means that the person already knows you since you were a kid. So why are we using since here? Because
Since means
the
from.
action,
When
here it is from, because actually since is here, since is actually mentioned because the point of time here is the kid. When I were a kid or when you were a kid, that is called as the point of time. Okay, but you are still there in the same house and the uncle is also there in the same house. Okay, even if you are not in the same house, okay, leave it. Whenever you meet each other, you are able to recognize that person. That uncle is able to recognize you. Okay, he would have seen you when you were 1 year old or 2 years old, and even if you are 20 years or 25 years old, he can recognize you. So it means he can recognize you continuously till you live or till he lives. So the point of time here is when you were a kid, when you were a little child, a little kid. Okay, and still he can recognize you, still he can know you, and that's the reason we are using the word since. Since also has one more meaning, as Sarveshwar said, from. Okay, when we use the word from, what is the meaning that we get from the word from? That is the same meaning which we can give here also. Okay, but we cannot tell I have known you from you were a kid. We cannot tell like that. The meaning we can just relate it with the meaning of from, but we cannot use the word from in the sentence. Okay, and finally, RMKV Silks is a leading textile business since 1928. Yes, those who are in Tamil Nadu will know about the famous RMKV Silks. Okay, RMKV was established in 1928. Okay, so the business started in 1928. That is the point of time. Okay, it started from. Okay, and not using the word from. Okay, for just for your easy understanding, it started in 1928 and it is still running. It is still running successfully, and that's the reason we are using since. Okay, even if you want to tell the number of years, you can tell it is since 95 years. Okay, just if you count, you will know 1928 plus 95 is 2023. Okay, so try telling either the exact year or the number of years. Both are correct. That is what we also saw in the second sentence, 2003 and 20 years. In Raj example, the example of Raj. Okay, so this is what we all have to know about since. Okay, any doubts about since? Yes, Lakshmi, Sarveshwar, Gokul,
No,
Giridhar,
ma'am.
and Dharanidharan, Pranav.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, Dharanidharan and Pranav and Jaya, you can volunteer yourself and come, okay? Actually, I didn't call your names. Jenny, yeah, Jenny is also there. Actually, I didn't call your names because when I present the screen, no, I cannot see the names. That's why I sometimes not respond. Okay, if you want. Okay. This is an information to all. If you want to tell anything or if you have any doubts, no, you can just switch on your mic and you can ask. Okay, sometimes I will not be seeing your names. When I am focusing in the class, no, I can only see the screen. So don't mistake me, guys. Okay, you are always welcome. Jaya, Dharnidharan, Pranav, okay. Jenny. Yes, Jenny, good morning, Jenny.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, in the next round, I will be calling you people. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, so this is what we have now saw about. This is what now we have seen about the word since. Okay, so next is for. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Jenny, can you read it?
Okay, ma'am.
You can read the first three sentences. Okay.
Okay. Used to denote a period of time in the past, present, or future. Used as a preposition for is used to denote a specific amount of time in which someone or something was performed.
Yeah, was performing.
Performing an action.
Yeah, it's not performing, it's performing. Perform. Okay, performing. Okay, we say stage performances, right? Dance performance, music performance, drama performance. Perform na, to do something. Okay. So what are we telling about for? For is used to denote a period of time in past, present, or future. Yes. For is something different from since, because for when since is used to tell a point of time, okay, since usually tells about a point of time, but for tells about a period of time in the past, present, or future. We can use this for all the three tenses. Okay, since can be used only in the cases where an action started in the past and is still continuing. But for is not like that. You can use it in the past tense or present tense or even in future tense. Then it is used as a preposition, and for is used to denote a specific amount of time in which someone or something was performing an action. So first we are going to check past tense. Okay, we can use the word in present tense, past tense, and also in future. So first three examples is to show you the usage of for in past tense. Okay, yeah, who is ready to read the examples? I want someone new. Dharanidharan. Yeah, who is that?
Jaya, ma'am.
Yeah, Jaya. Yes, Jaya.
I was waiting for an hour. We were in the beach for nearly 4 hours. I have been looking for my dog for some time now.
Thank you. Who is that little one? What's your name?
Danica.
Yeah, you read very well. Thank you. Okay, so what are the examples here? I was waiting for an hour. So here we are telling an action which happened in the past. Okay, we can see that we are using the word was. Was is used to represent past tense. Okay, I was eating, I was cooking, I was sleeping. I was sleeping when you came yesterday. Okay, when you came yesterday, I was sleeping. So was is used to show past tense. Okay, so past continuous. I was doing something. I was painting. I was eating. I was drinking. Okay, this is past continuous. Continuous action which happened in the past. So I was waiting for an hour. It means the action is already completed. Okay, you were waiting for some of your friends. Okay, and your friends didn't come on time. So you are so angry and you are just shouting in the phone. You just called them and you started yelling at them. What nonsense did you people do? I was waiting for an hour. So it means she or he was waiting for 1 hour, and that is an action which happened in the past tense. Okay, so next is we were in the beach for nearly 4 hours. Okay, so we all spend a lot of time in our beaches. Okay, so Coimbatore people, unfortunately, you don't have beach. I know you are paying, yet when you visit Chennai, you can visit Marina Beach. Okay, so if you go to a beach, we can at least spend 2 hours there. Okay, some people even sit for prolonged time. So we were in the beach for nearly 4 hours. So instead of was, we are using were. Why is it used like that? In the fourth fourth sentence, we are using I was. In the fifth sentence, we are using we were.
Ma'am, can I tell ma'am?
Why? Yes.
Ma'am, in that only one single person is telling, ma'am. Here many members. We were so.
Yes.
It is.
Very good. Yes. The subject. Yes. Yes. The subject. If the subject is singular, I is the subject. It is a singular subject, so we are using was. But we is the plural subject. Okay. We, they. Even for you is a singular subject, but we don't tell you was. We tell you were. Okay, that is an exception, special case in English. You is a special case. Okay, so I was and we were. We were at the beach for nearly 4 hours. Okay, so a group of people went to beach and they spent nearly 4 hours in the beach. So for nearly 4 hours. Nearly means approximately. Okay, so that is also a past action. They have completed the action. That is why we are using for. Next is, I have been looking for my dog for some time now. It means one lady, she's having a dog at her house. Okay, and suddenly the dog went missing and she started searching for it everywhere. And finally, she got it. That's why we are using here for. Otherwise, we would have used since. She got her dog back. Okay, she got it back. That's why we are using for. If the dog is still missing, will we use for? No, we will be telling since. I have been looking for my dog since some time. But here the dog is, yes, now the lady has got her dog. The dog has come back. That's why it is said, I have been looking for my dog for some time now. Okay, now the dog is back. She's happy. Okay, so this is how we can use the preposition for in past tense. For telling a sentence in past tense, we can use for, as we saw in this example. Now we are moving on to a few sentences in past and a few sentences in future. Yes, Jenny, can you read the first?
Okay, ma'am. Been traveling for the past 2 weeks.
Next, Jaya, can you read?
Ma'am, can I read, ma'am?
Yes, I think Pranav, can you please switch off your mic? Pranav, please switch off your mic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Who is next? You can read it. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Pranav, can you read it?
Yes, ma'am.
Pranav. Okay. Second and third.
Will be here for a few hours. The class is scheduled for 2 hours. The
Okay.
dinner
And yes, don't stop. Continue reading.
The journey from Chennai to Calicut is for 12
Calicut.
hours. Calicut is for 12 hours. I was working for IOC for 25 years.
Okay. Okay. So here we can see that the first example is Bruce. Bruce is a name. Okay. It's the name of a man. So Bruce has been traveling for the past 2 weeks. It means that Bruce was traveling, but now he is back. Now he has returned. Okay, that's why we are using for. It is a past tense. Bruce has been traveling for the past 2 weeks. Next, I will move on to the fifth one. I was working in IOC for 25 years. Okay. It means that now the person has retired from IOC. Okay, he is no longer working there. But while telling his experience, he can tell, I was working in IOC for 25 years or 20 years. You can tell, I was studying in Kendriya Vidyalaya for 10 years. Or I was working as a spoken English trainer for 10 years. Okay, I was a cricket player for 10 years or 5 years. It's according to the situation. Okay, so this is how we can tell about the past tense. Now, how can we tell for in future? How can we use this for future sentences? Neetu will be here for a few hours. Okay, so Neetu will be here for a few hours. So this is a future activity. Neetu has not yet come. She's just going to come. But she will be here for a few hours today. Okay. So here we are using the word for to represent a future activity. Likewise, the class is scheduled for 2 hours. Our class is actually for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay. Our communicative English class is for 1 hour and 15 minutes. So I can tell the class is scheduled for 1 hour and 15 minutes. So that is also, we can call this a future or even a present tense. Okay, if the class is already started, then I can tell this sentence. Even if the class is about to start, I can also tell the sentence in that case also. Okay, if the class is already started, that's also okay. I can tell you the class is scheduled for 1 hour and 15 minutes. So we have to complete our portions quickly. Okay, even I can tell this now. Now the time is 11:33, but still I can tell this sentence. Okay, I can tell the sentence even before the class begins or even if the class is still going on. Okay. So next is the journey from Chennai to Calicut is for 12 hours. So this is a fact or this is a statement. Okay. So if someone wants to travel from Chennai to Calicut, if you board the train at 8 p.m., the Chennai mail is at 8 p.m. from Chennai and it will reach here by 7:45 morning. Okay, so it's nearly 12 hours. It takes nearly 12 hours. From Calicut to Chennai also, it is the same time. Okay, but now a new initiative has come. Okay, that Vande Bharat. And I think that will be covered only in Kerala alone as of now. Okay, so Calicut to Chennai or Chennai to Calicut is not possible as of now. But let's see whether the Indian Railways is bringing new trains. Okay, So this is how we can use for in past tense, present tense, and even in future tenses. Okay. So now a few more examples we are having. Okay. I think, yeah, we have a few more examples. Yes. Dharanidharan. Dharanidharan. Okay, I want each of you to read one sentence, okay? Each person one sentence. Who is ready to begin?
Ma'am,
Yes, you can start.
Jack was traveling for the past 3 weeks.
Okay. Next. Yes, Jaya, are you ready? Jaya below. Okay. Pranav.
I was in Delhi for 1 week.
Okay. Next, Gokul.
Manu was assigned with a project for the new year.
Okay. Giri.
We had been working in Infosys for 5 years.
Okay. So next, I think Lakshmi. Yeah, Lakshmi, can you read the first one?
I will not be available for next 10 days.
Okay. And Jenny.
Ma'am,
Yeah, I want you to read, ma.
third or fourth, ma'am?
No, ma, I want you to read second one. Are you there at the class? Are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
He will be on a tour next month.
It's not tour, it's tour. Tour. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, try telling it tour. Try telling, ma. Just tell the word tour. Tell with me, tour.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I want you to tell. Repeat, tour.
Tour.
Ah, yes, exactly. Okay. So next, is Soundarya there in the meet?
Ma'am, shall I?
Soundarya, Jay. Yeah, your name? Your name?
Maggie, ma'am.
Okay, when did you join? I think you joined late. Please join on time, okay? We start the class exactly at 10:30, okay? So from next class, join on time. Yeah. Yes, you can read it.
Rahul will be in California for 2 months.
Okay, you can read the last one also.
Rima will be in a meeting for the next 2 hours.
Okay. Okay. So here we first discussed 4 sentences in past tense. Okay, 4 sentences for past tense and 4 sentences in future tense. So these are a few examples for you to understand what you studied today. Okay, so in past tense, no, we can tell Jack was traveling for the past 3 weeks. Okay, so it means now the action is completed. He is now back to India, but he was traveling. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Next is I was in Delhi for 1 week. Okay, I visited Delhi and I was there for a week, but now I'm back. So this is a past activity. Next, Manu was assigned with a project for the new year. Okay, so during new year, he was given a project from his company, but now it is done. Okay, now it is completed. Finally, we had been working in Infosys for 5 years. So now those people, we means there is more than one person, 2 or 3 people are telling this, okay. Had been working in Infosys for 5 years. So it means they had quit the job from Infosys. Okay, and now they no longer work there. They no longer work in Infosys. So this is a past action. Likewise, in future tense, I'm telling I will not be available for the next 10 days. Okay, so that is a future activity, but I have just planned. I have just decided to visit America or some other place. So I'm telling I will not be available for the next 10 days. Next is he will be on a tour next month. Okay. Next is Rahul will be in California for 2 months. So Rahul will be in California for 2 months. Will be. Will be means that happens in the future. Okay. An action that is about to happen in the future. We are just planning the schedule. That's all. Finally, Rama will be in a meeting for the next 2 hours. Okay. So I'm just telling my friend, don't call Rama now. She will be in a meeting for the next 2 hours. So she is busy right now. Okay, so here we are using for in future tenses to show the different kinds of situations in future. Okay, guys, so are you clear with to today's class about the future tenses?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you understand from today's class? Yeah, what did you understand from about the since and for? Can you just tell in short?
Ma'am, since means the action is still going on from some time, ma'am. For means it like it will be happening or now it is happening.
No. You actually reversed it. You are just telling the opposite for both. For means something which happened in the past. Since means which started in the past and still continues. What happened, Pranav? You joined late. That's why you have got confused. Okay. Okay. Archana, are you there in the meet, ma? Archana and Dharnidharan. This is the last slide, guys. We will complete this and we can wind up the session. Okay. Archana. Guys, those who are not willing to speak, you can just exit the meet and go, ma. Because we want you to come up and speak something. Those who are not ready to speak, no, please. You can just, what to say, why are you wasting your time here then? We are requesting you to speak something in the class. Even we are just asking you to read something. Okay, உங்ககிட்ட நீங்க create பண்ணி எல்லாம் சொல்லணும்னு கூட we are not telling. Slightly இருக்கிறத you just read it, no? What is going to happen? Okay. Yeah, who is that? Archana?
Ma'am, I will speak, ma'am. The sentence.
No, but I have been calling you. I have been calling you since a long time. You are not at all responding. Okay, you can now read it.
Since has long has Ravi been suffering from fever? From how long has Ravi been suffering from fever?
Okay, thank you. So here we can see two sentences. One is since how long and for how long. So the first sentence, what is the situation here? Ravi is having fever. Okay, Ravi is having fever and that is the situation here. But the same situation is asked in two types. First one is, since how long has Ravi been suffering from fever? It means Ravi is still having fever. But the second sentence, for how long has Ravi been suffering from fever? It means that Ravi has recovered. Ravi has recovered. Okay, he's not having fever now. He's absolutely fine. He's healthy. But some of his friends or relatives was asking him, or his mother or father, oh, for how long has Ravi been suffering from fever? Okay, it means எவ்வளோ நாளைக்கு ரவிக்கு ஃபீவர் இருந்தது. இன் மலையாളം രവിക്ക് എത്ര ദിവസം ഫീവർ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു? എത്ര ദിവസം രവിക്ക് ഫീവർ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു? Okay, so that is a past action. Okay, now he is not having fever. He's very fine. So in such cases we can use for. Okay. Yeah, next one. Archana, can you read that second and third also?
Yes, ma'am. Since how long has Mani been living in Chennai? For how long has Mani been living in Chennai?
Okay. So here also we can find the same difference. First, so since how long has Mani been living in Chennai? It means Mani எவ்வளவு வருஷமா சென்னையில இருந்துட்டு இருக்கான். It means he is still in Chennai. In Malayalam I can tell എത്ര കൊല്ലങ്ങളായിട്ടാണ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എത്ര കാലമായിട്ട് Mani ചെന്നൈയിൽ ജീവിക്കുന്നു. It means Mani is still living in Chennai. That's why we are using since. But in the second case, for how long has Mani been living in Chennai? It means he was living in Chennai, but now he is not living there. Okay, that's why we are using for. എത്ര കൊല്ലം മണി ചെന്നൈയിൽ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു? എவ்வளவு வருஷம் மணி சென்னையில இருந்தான்? That is what we are asking for. And next is very simple. It is 30 years since I married her. We discussed this in our first example. We got married since 1998. Okay, it is similar to that sentence. Okay, next is a small correction. Some people tell I met him 2 days ago, and some people tell I met him 2 days before. Okay, we would have seen this in many WhatsApp messages or text messages. People sometimes tell both these sentences, ago and before. But we should not use the word before. Ago is the right statement usage. I met him 2 days ago, or I met him 2 days back. That's also correct. But we should not use the word before. That is wrong. Okay. So that's it for today, guys. So hope you enjoyed today's session. Okay, so go through these things, or you can, if you have taken notes, please go through. It will be really helpful for your school, college exams. Okay. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, thank
So
you.
students,
thank you.
what we
Good.
can
Okay,
request,
so
we can request Annapurni madam to teach some of us little bit of Malayalam and for some little bit of Tamil also. So all three in one.
yes, sir, definitely.
We will have three
Yes,
in one
sir,
class.
yeah.
Is it okay for you, Pranav? You would like to have 3 in 1?
Yes, sir.
What about others?
Yes, sir.
Jenny, you would like to have 3 in 1? Lakshmi, would you love to have 3 in 1? Malayalam, Tamil and English.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Manglish, Tanglish. Yeah, Manglish, Tanglish and pure English.
Yeah. Thank you so much, madam. Quite interesting. I was just
Thank you, sir.
listening
Thank you.
without
Yeah.
disturbing you. So it's quite interesting. I think students are coming forward much better in these classes compared to previous classes.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes, yes.